Hi guys, welcome back to Owl003, where I am mapping the matrix one target at a time. And today, target reveal is the remote viewer will describe and sketch the present-day zone of silence in Mexico. And it's got the geographical coordinates here. So what is the zone of silence? I didn't know anything about this. I've never heard of this, but let's read a little bit about it. Okay, the area was once an ancient seabed in the Tethys Ocean, which left marine fossils and large salt deposits, which are mined today. 1970, an Athena RTV test rocket launched from the Green River Launch Complex in Utah toward the White Sands Missile Range in New Mexico lost control and fell in the Mapimi Desert region. When the rocket went off course, it was carrying 2 small containers of cobalt, an isotope used in salted bombs to intentionally contaminate large areas of land. As part of cleanup effort, hundreds of tons of soil were removed from the impact site. Okay, so hold on a second. As a result of the U.S. Air Force recovery operation, a number of myths and legends relating to the area arose. Reportedly, a local resident hired a guard to crash debris during recovery operations helped spread these rumors. Legends include strange magnetic anomalies that prevent radio transmission, mutilations of flora and fauna, and extraterrestrial visitations, which have been used by locals to promote tourism in the region. Okay. So, looking this up a little bit, there's been reports of just weird phenomena there. This is basically, I mean, at least from the surface, it looks like the Mexico's Skinwalker Ranch type of thing. So they've got UFO sightings. They've got people out there feeling like signals or something. You know, you guys could research it. I don't know. But anyway, let's get into what I have pertaining to this topic. This felt really big to me. This is another one that just felt like it was just, you know, the task was, you know, pretty open, just the thing, but I want to dig into it, you know, so here we go. So open it on Life. AOL Break Red Rock. AOL Break Sacred Safe Haven. Service module. Squishy, sloshing sounds, twisting, flexing. I feel a sense of fit here. I felt like something was fit inside of something. That's what it kind of felt to me. AOL like a gravesite. So right away I'm picking up on like a cave, like this rocky AOL break, like people hiding. AOL break cave dwellers. So I'm getting this rocky, cavernous kind of environment. Yeah, I break angry. So I had these. Early on, I was having this weird sense of observation. So I got these people walking around in these outfits. Actually, this reminds me kind of a little bit of my Mount Perdido session now that I think about it. So anyway, so I'm getting this big round structure. Radiating, articulating, surging. AOL break gloves. AOL break close observation. AOL break preparation. So now it gets immediately weird. I've got this guy, or I say guy, this being, okay, wearing this apparatus on his head. And what it feels like to me, it feels like this being is, I don't even think this UFO is actually there. I think it feels to me like this guy is like projecting this image out above the sky of this UFO for these people. AOL break cultural expedition. So again, this is one of those sites where people come out and go UFO watching and stuff like that. We'll get to that. Feels like an event's happening. Like I felt like this was happening like nightly. Like a nightly thing. Signals. Cultural reformation. Informal. So I'm getting this idea of an expedition, and this maybe this is, you know, the people that go out there. I'm not sure, but again, an antenna. There's like an antenna signal, like broadcasting. AOL, ancient mining facility. Cultural appropriation, like a party invitation I'm not invited to. Okay, so this feels frequent. What's happening here? Like nightly. Surging. Native culture. Mass exodus. And response. Semiconductors. Practical achievement. AOL broken antenna. So, again, somebody here feels defiant, destructive, and elusive. Okay? Got this idea of cultural bias here. AOL Aborigine. Like unearthing a relic. Sheepish people. Like a sojourn gone wrong. Like a resurgence. This feeling of hostility. AOL signal like hostile natives. So now I'm getting this mountain. You know, I'm just like getting the mountain. And I'm like, it's weird. Like you get, if there's something inside of something, when you're remote viewing, well, this is how it is for me sometimes. Like you'll see through the walls, or you'll see right through it, type of thing. So I'm getting this mountain, and then like something inside of it, sending out like this signal, felt galvanized or something. Semiconductor adherence, like a cry for help. This idea of equality. So okay, again, right now. This to me, like CE5, this is what it reminds me of. Like these people are sitting around a campfire, and they're around this mountain, and there's these structures in this mountain, okay? So I'm getting this weird, like this thing sending out these telepathic signals to these people and stuff through this antenna or something in this mountain. So, and it's weird messages like the wicked shall inherit the earth. A sense of ancient culture here. Like Greer. Like the grieving process. Okay. AOL signal. Cave dwellers. So I'm asking myself, what's most noteworthy here at this target? This idea of expectation. A channel. A station. Popping sounds. This feels aggregate. Land-based. Stony, uneven. AOL, industrialization of mankind. Signal. Intuitive or intricate body of knowledge. Give me the sense of life, force, energy, and transistor. So again, this to me, I feel like is this object sending out these, and by the way, that area you can't, no signals go in and out of there. Like there's no, you can't get a signal there, and all this kind of weird stuff. But I got like to me, it feels like there's like this broadcasting thing inside this mountain, sending out this signal, like a radio transmission, tangibles, transistor. It feels directional, carrier wave. AOL like summoning a demon. Discussions. Okay. So again, these people around a campfire. So again, I get this person, like, sitting out, like something you see like a CE5, and then something's communicating with them. A spiritualist. AOL Bashar is pragmatic. I felt there was dogma associated with this. Intrusive, anxious, hopeful, domineering. AOL Ancient Medicine. A transference. This feels manipulative. This feels clandestine. An oppressive nature. AOL Signal. Remembered. Ancient Vedic tradition. AOL Telepathic adherence. Intangibles. Biofield. Telepathic communication. Expressive. Get the sense of a mind field. Yeah, okay. Revelations. Signal. Peacekeeping. A mind apparatus, like frequent headaches. Disabled. Okay, so telepathic adherence. Pupil. Growth, learning, remembering. Subject, growth, stimulus, help. What's the topics? Clearance, reformation, and application. Mind apparatus, a closed system. Tactical enforcement. Stealth operation, creation. Stealth operation and stealth operative. This feels cyclical. Reoccurring head trauma. Okay, so imprinting. Submerged. Like calling out for help. Like, say, I'm focused. I'm all about this transmission. Like, what is going on with this thing? Like psychic manipulation. Distant. Like, I feel like this guy's like accessing something outside of himself. Okay, episodic. Ancient linguistics. Taxonomy. Shelter and service. Intelligence. Something about this seems revealing. Like a revelation. Idolatry. Fixed telemetry. Survival. Inertial dampeners. I sense a social stigma associated with this. Oh, this was weird. Okay, so show me a position noteworthy to a target solution. I got this idea of upbringing. Mind-to-mind network. Telepathic insurgency, crystallization. Soul chamber. A naturalist. A listening device. We can hear everything you say and do. That was creepy when I got that. So I get the sense of a spy network. Like keeping track of things. Centralized. I get the sense of division here. Following. Like keeping tabs. Okay, spatial anomaly. A membrane. This feels connected. Shunted. Cultural expedition. AOL break aborigines. Okay, this idea of extortion. This feels symbiotic. AOL symbiote, like an epidemic. And then I had this vibe of like, you know what it reminded me of is like these hitchhiker effect kind of thing. Like that's kind of what it felt like to me. What's noteworthy here? Defense. Forensic expedition. Like a cultural experiment. I got another structure. I took a break, came back a little later. Sense of illusion here. Something's fortified. EI self-serving. Hermetic. It's all AOL. Servos here. This feels systematic or systemic, like problematic signal. Humming, vibrating, like a nerve center in the brain. Organized, planned. Okay, well, retrograded. So, alliance. Mechanized, coded, like a coded distress signal. This was interesting. I had this in my tangibles. A mind field distortion device. Sense of influence and impudence. Pragmatic. Ambitious and productive. Corrupt indoctrination, a corrupt influence. Like a corrupt influence over these people. So again, this is going back to what I feel is like a UFO event over this mountain. Like, you know, like something's going on here. It's strange. Annexation and appropriation. Misguided. Okay, so age of influence. Stealth hardware, equipment. Restriction, alienation, gratitude, maybe gratitude, indoctrination. Restriction, collection, creation, and upkeep. Creation, all-encompassing information, constellation. Rebuke, creative influence, and indoctrination. Get a sense of a reflexive action happening here. Consequence. Upbringing. Lineage. AOL, like a revival. Okay, so I kept getting this idea of an intelligence service associated with this. I don't... and I had sentries. Sentries like soldiers. Italian. Invisible and centralized. So a lineage. The lineage, a nation, people. What's attributed to it? Agitation, survival, corruption, design, attrition, intelligence, revival, insurrection. Retrieval, survival, and installation. You got mind control, resurrection, occupation, survival, and stealth operation. This feels archaeological. AOL mining. Informal, libel. Confounded and reasonable. An intelligence service. Okay. Retaliation, a resignation. I feel an act of defiance is associated with this target event. Sojourn, like a nightly sojourn. Sleep technology, paralysis, like we make you sleepy. Analysis, forensics analysis, behavioral science, like a forgotten alliance. There's corruptible behavior happening here. Okay, I get this idea of ambiance. Megalomaniac, resilience, Strike team, reserves. Something feels sacrificial about this. Somebody is candid, nervous. Okay, again, an insurrection. Reserve status. Highly evolved. An enclave. This idea of volume. Something happening here is responsive to something else. Like sending out a response. Materialization. Handheld. Micro receiver. Syntax. Like a hybrid response. Filtration system. Mass exodus and retrieval. Receiver. I feel like there are implications to what is happening here. Again, an antenna. Now, this, it's funny, too, because I was looking, I had never heard of this place. I'm trying to get a little bit of information to present it to you guys. And I had read something up about the Bunny Man. And here, okay, so here's, just so, like, in my mind, the picture that I get is I kept seeing, like, it almost reminded me of like the blue alien and Star Trek with the antennas on his head, and the really old school one that they brought. But anyway, I think it's something on his head. It's like something on his head that he could connect to, and it's projecting all these images to these people outside, like UFOs or whatever. He's sending them telepathic messages through it. And I believe this guy is in these caves, with other beings, I guess. It's weird, to be honest. A disturbing nature. Micro receiver. Meek shall inherit the earth. Okay, so. And I guess people do go there and they feel like they're getting these telepathic messages. Okay, so a messaging system, like a broadcast to mankind. Reverberation, like putting it out on blast. This is not a drill. Okay, so this feels embedded, instructional. I got the idea of mind wave technology. This is my signal, but like a subgroup species, like get up. Get out of bed. We have been here all along. Okay. AOL signal first contact. There is a male here with a reverberation in his head. Chronic migraine. Wake up. This man is being told what to do by someone else here. Like a possession. All access. Okay. So again, this, to me, this is like a CE5 event. These guys go to these, this place, they start a campfire, they meditate, and it's, whatever's there, whatever they're trying to connect with is connecting through technology, and it's accessing everything in their minds. Someone has all access to this person's mind and mind files. Detection, mind, body, energy, resilience. Affliction. Symbolic gesture, territorial reform, ubiquitous. AOL signal, indiscernible from magic. Like there's a satellite photo associated with this or something. But so this feels problematic and consequential, like an internment camp. Martial law, world affairs, an exit strategy, like something in Earth's orbit. Subterfuge. Disturbance. Authoritative. Rapid. An informative response. Resolve. Branded. Collective response team. Eradication. Branded. Tacticians. Collect, serve, reservation, collection, peaceful solution, reservation, intelligence, response team, idolatry, exclusivity, topology, recklessness, reservation, reservoir, and eradication. Okay. Target summary. Target consists of land, life, structures, and events. Getting into the target, I drop into a rocky environment and surrounding life forms. I sense people in heavy clothing. I have a subject wearing some kind of mind apparatus that felt to have some association to the structure beside them. That was the UFO. Okay, so there is an expedition associated with this target event. Cultural appropriation comes to mind. There is antenna and a signal going out, broadcasting. This is happening frequently. There is a native culture associated with this. There is a mass exodus related to this target event. There is a response team here. There's technology, semiconductors. Someone here is defiant, destructive, and elusive. There is a cultural bias associated with the event or events. Hostility and sheepish people. Satellite imagery seems significant to this target. Adherence and equality. There is an ancient culture here, a masculine energy. I get a sense of people here are grieving. There is expectation from this event, a sense of channel and station. This target tasking feels aggregate and land-based. This involves life force energy, a transistor, a directional carrier wave, a spiritualist, someone someone is determined here. Sorry. Okay, symbolism, dogma, and a pragmatic behavior, feeling of intrigue, anxiousness, hopeful, and domineering. Something about this feels manipulative, a transference. There is ancient Vedic tradition associated with this. This feels clandestine, oppressive, and, again, native. Telepathic adherence, a biofield, telepathic communication, and an expressive individual. I am picking up on a mind field, a sense of revelations, a mind apparatus, and something feels disabled here. This feels cyclical, reoccurring, a sense of head trauma, imprinting. Page 19, I feel this person is in contact with something far in the distance. This all seems episodic. There is an intelligence service associated with this ancient ancient linguistics, taxonomy, shelter, and service. I get the sense of substitution, idolatry, and a mess. Survival and a social stigma associated with this. Upbringing, a mind-to-mind network. Telepathic insurgency. Sense of crystallization in a soul chamber. A naturalist and a listening device involving a spy network. This feels centralized. A feeling of division associated with this. I get the impression of someone or something being followed, a membrane and a spatial anomaly. This feels the feeling of connected and shunted. It has a symbiotic feel, a sense of cultural expedition, defense and forensic expedition. Something here feels fortified. This feels systemic, organized, and planned. Something here is mechanized and coded. Servos and a mind field distortion device. Influence, impudence, and a pragmatic attitude. This feels ambitious and productive. There is a corrupt indoctrination and a corrupt influence here. Annexation and appropriation is involved here. Something about this event or events feel reflexive. Upbringing and consequence. Lineage, again. An intelligent service, invisible and centralized. This feels archaeological, informal, libel. Retaliation and resistance. A resignation. This feels biblical. There is an act of defiance here. A sleep technology, paralysis, analysis, forensics, and behavioral science. Corrupt behavior, a megalomaniac, resilience, a strike team, and reserve. An insurrection, an enclave. A sense of highly evolved and volume. Materialization, syntax, and a micro receiver, a filtration system, a receiver, retrieval. There are implications to what is happening here. A disturbing nature of someone, this feels sacrificial. A micro receiver and a messaging system, feeling of reverberation here. Embedded and instructional. Mind wave technology. I keep getting someone with head pressure and a message to wake up. This male is being told what to do by someone else. This being has all access to this guy's mind. A sense of detection, mind, body, energy, resilience, an affliction, a symbiotic gesture, a territorial reform. Ubiquitous and problematic. I get the impression of a satellite photo associated with this. Martial law, world affairs, subterfuge, and an exit strategy. Authoritative and informative response, a collective response team. I feel the idea of eradication associated with this. End of session. So, please, 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 if you guys have done this target, show me what you got. Did you get just a mountain? Because that's not what I got. I got a lot of weirdness in this session. So I'm hoping that one of the groups out there, remote viewing groups, has done this target. And if you have, please reach out to me and share some of your data. Or, throw it in your target pool or send somebody out. But I would love to get some feedback on this, either to prove me, right or wrong. Either way, it doesn't matter to me. But, that's what I got, guys. So, the Zone of Silence in Mexico. The Skinwalker Ranch of Mexico, I guess. Interesting. We'll catch you next time.